Hey guys, welcome back to Dire Armory. Today we have something really fun, really special. So this is YouTuber Harleywood. We're going to be doing a collaboration on this MK9. This thing is awesome.
Right?
It really is awesome. So CMMG, what they've done is they've taken a standard AR9 platform, which just has a standard blowback system, and they've improved on it and really brought something innovative to something that hasn't really been innovated on in a good while.
Other than by them.
Other than by them, yeah. So being the kings of kind of the AR platform, in my opinion, I'm really excited to see how this thing shoots.
Oh, you're gonna catch it in the comments for that one.
So, if you guys don't know, this is Harleywood. He's got a YouTube channel. He does all these gun reviews. You review all sorts of stuff.
All sorts. So I originally started my channel just because I wanted to put out videos of stuff that I was interested in.
Right.
At the time, it kind of still is, guns and flashlights and knives and prepping and I mean just the lifestyle that I lead. I found myself spending a lot of money on a lot of various things that I just like, get home bags and medical kits and stuff like that. And I was like, let me just put some of this info out there because surely there's other people who are interested in the same stuff. So I cover a wide gamut of things. I'm not just firearms related.
Right.
And it's what I'm passionate about, and yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen one of the other videos of the re-release of the MK9, let's talk about why we're here. Why is this in the news again, so to speak? This was one of the first 9mm platforms that CMMG put out. And at the time, it was a straight blowback, okay? Many of you probably know, especially if you're a CMMG fan for any period of time, they switched to a radial delayed blowback not too long ago, a couple of years ago. I have an MK10 right here, there's an MK17 and an MK45, excuse me, what I call the Guard 45 down there. And these are all radial delayed blowback. So the beauty of the radial delayed blowback is that there is a split second where the lugs have to disengage before the bolt moves backwards, all right? It doesn't just take the inertia of the chamber combustion and push the bolt and cycle, okay? So that little bit of delay gives you more powder burn, gives you a little bit bigger velocity and a little bit less felt recoil. So that's kind of why this is back in the news again. All right, so the one I'm holding now is the MK17, all right? This is another 9mm variant of theirs, uses P320 mags, which is a platform that I switched to about a year ago. I was a Glock guy before that, and the only PCC version of the 9mm platform from CMMG that I never invested in was the one that took the Glock magazines for 9mm. I do have the 45. This one, the beauty of this is it uses Colt magazines, all right? 32 rounds. And slap that back in there. Here's one thing that I really like about that. As much as I love CMMG, I'm not a huge fan, although it has grown on me, of this angle. I feel like this looks more like an SMG type platform, right? Where that thing comes straight down. It just looks ridiculously sick.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what we've done is we've pulled these bolts out of the AR9s. We have a more standard AR9 direct blowback BCG from Wolfpack Armory. The key difference here is with the direct blowback, once the round goes off, all that inertia is being blowing the bolt straight back into the buffer system. This usually requires a heavier buffer system, sometimes a weighted BCG, and a lot of gas expulsion coming out of your ejection port. With what CMMG has done is added this radial delay system, and this actually allows just enough time for the chamber pressure to equalize before expelling the round.
And you mentioned the heavier buffer system. So this one actually uses a carbine buffer, all right? So I have a carbine buffer in a lot of my my PCCs, and so it's actually really nice because I don't have a lot of different buffers between all of them, right? Now, one of the things on this is if you are shooting particularly hot rounds or you do need to compensate in some way, they also make these tuning kits that allow you to pin different weights right here into the back of the BCG. So there's a roll pin and you can pin these various weights in there. I'll be honest with you, even on my MK10, which is the one I thought I was gonna have to do that on, I've never had to do it. Now I may be suffering a little bit more recoil than otherwise, but I mean it's a 10mm, it's not a grenade launcher.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly. And how does this affect suppression?
So I think suppression wise, you're probably getting more gas out into the suppressor as opposed to out the ejection port, which in a suppressed platform often makes more noise for the shooter than otherwise, right? So I think this is actually better suppressed because you have more of it going into the can on the end of the gun as opposed to popping right by your face.
Right.
All right, now with the uppers off of these, if you have an original MK9, I think I said MKG earlier, you can actually buy a conversion kit from CMMGs to convert yours to use the radial delayed blowback system, all right? Anybody with a little bit of technical savvy can probably convert it in 10 to 30 minutes. Let's get a full blowback system in here and show you some of the differences. All right, here's the MK9 in the middle, the MK17 over here, and which one do you have there, David?
This is the Wolfpack WP9.
The Wolfpack WP9. So you'll see that on the MK9, there's some significant feed ramps there just to compensate for the angle of that magazine. Here is one that takes the P320, so a little bit less going on inside there. A big old ejector on that one, otherwise fairly similar because it takes Glock magazines like this one. All right, and now we're actually gonna shoot this thing. Now, if you've seen other MK9 videos, every single one of them I've seen, and I get it. People are talking about the ammo shortage. I'm only gonna put 100 rounds through this. I put 100 rounds, it operated fine. I'm gonna go ahead and do 250, maybe more. Yes, there is an ammo shortage, but we're gonna go ahead and run it through its paces and see how it does.
Just gonna
Ready?
send it.
Yeah, let's just send this.
Yeah, let's get it. I had a blast shooting with Harley Wood out here, shooting this MK9. Make sure you guys go follow Harley Wood, subscribe to him on YouTube. Make sure you go subscribe to us if you aren't already subscribed, and we'll see you next time.